Welcome. In this video, we will continue explaining what actual versus planned aggregate expenditure is. To start it off, what is actual aggregate expenditure? Actual aggregate expenditure refers to the total realized or observed spending on goods and services in an economy at a given price level and period. So what are the components? The components are Y, which is GDP, equals C plus I plus G plus an X. C stands for consumption, which includes things like current income, wealth, expected future income, interest rate on savings, and borrowings. The I stands for investment, which includes things like expected profitability, interest rate, and business tech. G is for government spending, which is how the government chooses on how much to spend based on the beliefs of what citizen needs. And NX is for net export, which includes things like domestic income, foreign income, exchange rates, taste for foreign goods, and trade policies. Now, what is planned aggregate expenditure? It's very similar to actual, except it refers to the total expected spending on goods and services in an economy at a given period. So the components are also very similar. So it still has Y equals C plus planned investment plus G plus X. Now everything's the same except for this part, which refers to the creation of new physical capital. And inventory of unsold goods. Now the PAE equation contains PAE equals A plus B times Y. So A stands for autonomous expenditures, which is spending that is not directly influenced by income. So think of this as spending for basics like food and housing. They don't change with income. B is for marginal propensity to consume, or MPC, which measures how much a household consumption changes in response to the change in income. And Y is for national income. To quickly find the equilibrium, remember that this number 400 equals autonomous expenditure, 0.25 is the MPC, and Y is national income. So we want to find the equilibrium. So PAE is just Y equals 400 plus 0.25 times Y. Subtract 0.25 from both sides. You get 0.75Y equals 400. Divide 0.75 from both sides, which would give us a equilibrium of 133. So that is how you find the equilibrium for the PAE equation. So real-world examples for this. One is the economic boom, which is when people have or consumers have high confidence, which would increase PAE, so businesses would produce more, therefore GDP would rise. Now for recessions, there's uncertainty, so there's not as much confidence. This would mean that the PAE would decrease, so businesses would overproduce and their inventory would build up, leading to a potential recession. In COVID-19, companies planned for normal demand, but actual spending dropped when the pandemic hit, so this led to an excessive inventory, which led to production costs. Why it matters. Inventory management depends if PAE is greater than actual aggregate expenditure, which means that they overproduced, or if PAE is less than actual aggregate expenditure, this means that they underproduced. The impact of GDP depends on whether actual spending meets expectations. And policy implications, governments use fiscal and monetary policies to influence spending and stabilize the economy. I really hope this video helps you understand more of what actual aggregate expenditure is versus planned. Thank you for watching.